Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. This time we've got my 1997 F250 crew cab, short bed, 4-wheel drive. And this thing's been sitting for a while. I picked it up 2 or 3 years ago, and it's pretty much sat here since. It did drive itself here, but like I said, it's been a couple years since it's ran, and the last time it was running, I was doing something else, couldn't hear it. I wasn't able to hear it running, and when I went back to it, it had quit running. So for some reason it cut itself off, and there was transmission fluid running down through here. So hopefully the pump in the transmission's not burn up. We'll get into all that. And if you notice, it's got 350 badges. Well, the front clip's been replaced. This is a twin I-beam front end. It's not the solid axle, so it's not a 350. But let's walk around this thing and take a closer look at it, and we'll see if we can get this old thing to fire up. Alright, starting in the front, you can see it's pretty rough. Like I said, it's a 97 250 4-wheel drive crew cab short bed, and that's basically why I got this truck, because of the configuration it is. It's very sought after, and I've always wanted one. So now the good thing is it's got very little rust. The only rust in the whole truck is back here, and the bed's been replaced. So the front clip and the bed has been replaced on this truck. So we may end up replacing the bed again. I don't know. I may patch it. We'll just see. But you can see where it was originally red. Same thing with the tailgate. Somebody really walloped on the backed into something. But other than the bed, the wheel arches, it's a very solid truck. Underneath there's no rust. It actually leaked so much oil that it coated the bottom and kept everything from rusting. So but you can see the roof looks good. I mean, it's a decent truck. So alright, so let's open it up. Let's see what we're working with in here. Now, I've robbed a couple parts off of it since I've had it. The seat being one of them. This truck came with the big captain's chairs that everybody wants with the big flip down console. Those went in my brown single cab. This truck, it's had a pretty hard life. The guy I got it from ran excavating equipment, and he said that every time he drove it, it was hooked to 26,000 pounds. So, and it definitely shows the wear. We'll open up the back here, and it shows pretty much the same story. Now, the back seat is original to the truck, so I didn't touch it. Depending on what we do with it, it may get changed. I don't know. We'll see. But it's definitely an old work truck. Got the toolbox in the bed. Now you're probably thinking, this being a 97 250 crew cab, probably got power stroke, right? No, it ain't got that. What we have here, the infamous big block 460 cubic inch greatness of Ford. So let me get you a little closer in here so you can see. Yeah, the roughness continues into the engine bay, that's for sure, but very strong engine. This one has definitely showing its wear right now, but like I said, it parked itself here. I drove it around the yard here a little bit. Again, it's 460. It's got the E4OD for transmission. Some people like those, some people don't. There's good and bad ones. I don't know what gear's in it. We'll look into that later. But the main thing I'm worried about is if the transmission's ruined. Because like I said, it looked like a bloodbath out here from where the transmission fluid was leaking. So we'll see why it was doing that and if it's done any damage. We'll just see if we can get it fired up and see if it'll move itself back and forth. And because if I can get this one back running, driving good, then eventually motor will get rebuilt, transmission will get rebuilt, get fully rebuilt, and I would like to use this one for a light tow rig. I don't know if it would tow 2 trucks at one time, but it would definitely do one. So I guess we'll just dig into it and see what we find. All right. Check oil. And it's about a quart low, but oil looks good. Oh. I don't see any metal in it, so that's a good sign. Alright, now let's check the transmission fluids. Oh, let's see. Is there anything on it? Oh yeah. Yeah, there's definitely fluid in it. So that's good. At least it didn't suck it dry or pump it all out. So, well, let's see if she'll crank. I'd about say that the battery is dead. Okay. Now, I don't rightly remember which key goes in here. So, no. Oh, it's not that one. It ain't that one. I bet it's that one. Yep. Okay, good. And if you're wondering why I'm looking around so much, it's because I've been fighting waspers all morning. Up there was a nest. I mean, they was just packed full in here. I mean, it was bad. I bet there's close to 100 in various spots. Okay, let's see. Nothing. Not surprising. Okay. Well, I guess I need to change the battery. Sounds like a plan. Let's do it. Sounds like somebody got some mud tires. Alright. Well, that is probably a 12 and 10 or 7/16. Now let's see what it is. Yep. It's a 12. 13. There's a 12. Okay. Well, maybe not. Maybe a half. 16, 13. I just had 13. It may be a half. Let's see. Little 13 work. Oh my. That's not good. I can't tell if I'm that is really not good. That's really not good. Yeah, it's completely busted on that side, you can see. I mean, yeah, it's not even wanting a spark. Huh, well, new terminals on the list. Let's see, what is this? It's probably, what was that, 11. That's a 10. None of which I brought. What a surprise. Super start. The economy. Well, get this junk out of here. We'll replace it with something a whole lot better. Yep. You know I like my Duralast Marine batteries. They're cheap. And they're good about running them down and taking a charge back good. And it will. Yeah. Well, good night. There we go. They seem to do the job for me pretty good. And plus, got these extra posts here, so it's easy to add stuff. So you don't have to just stick a wire down in there and cram it down over the post. You can actually put an end on it and make a good connection. So, which we won't be using them right now. We'll just put them on there for later. Okay. Now, let's go that way. Perfect. And I always get these in 1,000 cranking amps because, especially with a big block, you need all the cranking amps and all the cranking power that you can ask for. So you need every bit of it. Go ahead and put the hot on, and we'll try to reattach this somehow. Maybe, probably not. Okay. Maybe that'll be enough to see if it's got some juice. Let's go see what happens. Have we got anything? Uh-oh. Okay. Heard that, didn't you? We got a clicking. Now, remember back to the video with my black truck, my high school truck. It had the same problem. Now, there's two ways to figure out what's wrong. That is either a solenoid problem or a starter problem. Now, the easiest way to figure it out is to jump these 2 points over here on the solenoid. I don't know if you can see that or not, but if you can take a screwdriver or a wrench or something and touch them 2 points together, and if it spins over, you know the starter's good. It's the solenoid. And just like with that truck, 9 times out of 10, it's not making good contact there on the fender. So, take us a wrench, and we'll see That's not good. But if you notice, that's wiggling around. So, that should be an 8mm. We'll take it off first and look at it, see if we can clean it up a little bit. That may be our problem. Okay. Well, it looks like kind of rub it around, knock some of that paint off and everything. We'll tighten her down, see if that fixes it. I always check the simple stuff, folks, because 9 times out of 10 it's something simple. Okay, now that's tight. Let's try it again. Okay, still getting the same thing. Let's try this one more time, just to make sure. Okay. All right. Now, if you have this problem, this ain't working, just crawl underneath and pound on the starter a few times with a hammer or wrench, whatever, something with some decent size, because a lot of times the starter gets stuck and you just got to break it loose. Okay, I'm just going to use this extendable ratchet. You just need something stout enough to do this. Oh, like I said, you can see this truck has virtually no rust underneath. It's in excellent shape. So let's go up here and there's starters on these right there. So just kind of beat around on it. You might have to do this a couple times. Sometimes it works on the first try, sometimes it don't. So, go back in here. Come on. Come on. Come on. Hey, look at there. Oh, that's awesome. Got good oil pressure. Let's go see if it's leaking transmission fluid. Say anything. Oh, that's awesome. Let me check coolant right quick. It's got coolant. Cool. Oh, that's awesome. I still don't see no transmission fluid leaking. Oh, yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Right there. Let's see where it's coming from. Well, I see something leaking. Oh, I see it right there. Okay, so yeah, we are leaking transmission fluid. Okay, so let's kill it and see what's going on there. Let's see if it'll. Okay. All right. All right. I like what I'm seeing. Now let's see where this fluid leak is coming from. I've seen it coming down one of the lines. Let's see. Try not to drop ins. Okay. Is it a hard line or is it... Can't tell if it's a hard line or what's going on. Yeah, I can't tell where it's actually the line don't feel busted, but if it's got a hairline crack, you'll never know it. What's up here? Okay, there's a metal clamp, so it could have rubbed a hole in it. We might have to replace all them lines. Yeah, we might have to. Let's go back up top and check the fluid level while it's running, because it's not a massive leak, but it's definitely, you know, it's definitely a leak. So let's go check that. All right, let's fire it back up. We'll check what we got. All right, there we have it. Got it running again. Sounds great. But we need fluid. So, I think what we'll do, go into town, go ahead and get us a gallon of transmission fluid. You know, I understand it's leaking, but we can address that on another day. It's not leaking profusely, but it is leaking. So, let's go get us some transmission fluid. We're good on coolant. Let me see. There's some in it. Let me check, see what. Already building a little pressure. Yeah, we might could use some of that. Let's get transmission fluid, a funnel. Let's do that and see if it'll at least go forward and backward. And if it'll do that, that'll show that the pump's not burned up in the transmission. If it'll do that, then we can make a list of all the other stuff that it needs, and then we can tackle that at another date. But that was the biggest thing. I want to make sure that it's still running and it still goes forward and back. So I'm gonna go to town and get some parts, and I'll see you back here in just a little bit. All right, I'm back. Got fluid. We've got clutches in a bottle. So let's get this poured in, and we'll see where we're at. See if this thing will go frontward and backwards. Yeah, there's just a hair on the stick, so there's not much in there. Okay. Stop, slip, cleans, and lubricate sticking valves for proper shifting. Well, okay. It's like they hermetically seal these things. Oh no, I don't want to get that dirty. Oh my. That's some thick stuff right there, boy. I'll let that drain in there here in a minute. I'll go ahead and, I don't know, pour a quart or so in here. And we'll check it. Hopefully we'll keep from having a bloodbath. Whoa! Well, that'll burn off. It wasn't hardly a quart. Well, okay. Let's go about like that. Oh my, that's still draining. Okay, man, what a mess. Okay. Give me this. And we'll do that right there. Let's try this again, and we'll see what we got. Well, it's all up the stick. That's that thick stuff. So, always be sure to rub any kind of oil or anything on your tires. That way they won't create so much friction when you're going down the road. They'll just kind of slide around and be a lot easier on them. Save on tire wear. Yeah, we're just gonna have to that thick stuff's all the way down it, so we'll just have to start it and see where we're at. So let's get our cables back on. somewhere else now, so let's check that out. You can see burning off right there. But it's created a new leak right there. So okay, never mind, that's where I spilled it. You can see it dripping right there. Okay, so that's not a new leak. But you can see it's still dripping right there. She's burning it off, so let's go back up top. Smoked him. That wasper's still pouring out of this thing. You can see we got a little bit of a smoke show, but that's all right. So let's go back in here. Now it's always smoked out the back like that. Rings are pretty shot in this thing. As you can see, oil pressure's really good, and the gas that's in this is at least 2 years old. People say that this new gas ain't as good as the old. Well, that's true, but it don't go bad as quick as what people let on. I've fired vehicles up and set 5 years on this modern gas, and I mean, obviously it don't like it, but I mean, they'll run. So let's see if this thing will go frontwards and backwards. And well, wait a minute, we got to deal with this problem. So I'm gonna sit here and let this thing sit here and run for a little bit while I air that tire up. Hopefully it won't leak a whole lot of transmission fluid out. You can see. So let's sit here and run a little bit, and we'll check it here in a minute. Smoky, smoky, smoky. Now let's see. Compressors are great. You can see it's still smoking pretty good. It's not smoking as much under the hood now, but transmission fluid's perfect. What I can tell, it was only about a quart or so low, so it didn't leak much. We'll see if that other stuff helps anything. So, well, if you figure I put probably a quart, and then plus that bottle of stuff, so about a quart and a half. That's not too bad. You can see it's leaking decent. So once that tire gets aired up, we'll see if it'll go front and back, and just make sure the transmission's still okay. I mean, like I said, this thing wore slap out, but it was worth saving to me. So if it'll go front and back, we may spin it around here in the yard a little bit. And yeah, you can see, well, wind shifted, but yeah, I'd say the rings are shot in it. So, but that's all right. All right, there's only about 21 pounds in that compressor. That's the bad thing about the M12s. They run out of battery quick. I just had a 3.0 in there, so from dead flat, you get 21 pounds out of a battery. And I think that battery is fully charged, I'm not sure. So, fluid looks fine, the transmission. I think let's see if this thing's going to roll or not. Alright, let's see if this thing's going to move. Oh, there's reverse. There's the first neutral. Let's go all the way down to first. Oh, yeah. Now back to neutral. Second. Nope, there it is. There's neutral. There's drive. All right. Good deal. All right. Seems like it's going to be fine, so I think I'm going to try taking it out here in the grass a little bit and see if it'll still pull itself around. All right, guys, there we have it. It's definitely got some issues, but nothing that can't be fixed. So as you could see, when I went to restart it, it was like it was hot. You know, any of you that have dealt with this stuff before, you know when you get them hot, it's like they're hard to crank, or timing's too high or something like that. I don't know if the gauge, as far as the gauge, temperature's fine. I don't know if, and we know the battery's good because just put it on, it's brand hammer new. So I don't know if the starter's giving out. You know, we messed with that at the beginning of the video. So it could be just the starter's giving out. It could be getting hot and just the gauge ain't, you know, the gauge is messed up. I don't know. But I'll tell you, let's check that trans fluid again and see what it says, and go from there. Yeah, it's not leaked all that out, so I don't know. It could just be the starter. Yeah, it could just be the starter. I don't know. We can dive into that on another date, but main thing is it's running, it's driving. We know that nothing so far, nothing major is wrong with it, other than it's just wore out. So yeah, hopefully I can get back to using it around here, you know, working on these, trying to revive some of these other trucks, and you know, the ones you've seen in the background. So those are all coming on future videos. But I think that's going to do it for this episode. Yeah, I'm tickled to death on this. This is, yeah, I like it. I tell you, drop it down in the comments. What do you want to see with this truck? You know, this is like I said, it's a very popular body style. You know, crew cab, short bed, four-wheel drive. Yeah, let me know what y'all would want to see out of it, and we might do some of it. But I mainly want to hear everybody's suggestions and ideas. So thank y'all for watching, guys, and we'll catch you on the next one. See you.